Okay, it's your boy Warren B, author of Pimp God, What Your Mama Should Have Told You. And I'm here with Dr. E. Harlan Scott, another episode of the show. And so today we're going to talk about moral attack on black males. Moral attack on black males. Why do you feel like this is a necessary subject right now?
Well, I feel like it's a necessary subject for a lot of reasons, you know. You experiencing it, I'm experiencing it. But we are in times that this society is falling apart, man. The way we know it. And we talk about it just about on every show.
Right.
And I think that it's important that we discuss this subject now, and it's for whoever it may touch, because we're going through tough times, but it's actually glorious times for the black male to be successful, because it's collapsing before our eyes.
Yeah.
The fabric of our society is turning upside down, and black men that are building or trying to build, becoming founders, they're gonna have to understand you face with opposition right now, big time, major league.
That's true.
And a lot of the resistance is coming from people that you think, you know, were your friends or stuff like that, that actually depends on society. It depends on the government jobs, which a lot of funding is going to get cut from that. Government contracts, I know people, government contracts are being cut from that.
Right.
So you, as a black man, whole society has always told you that you ain't shit. You know, you don't, what one young lady tell us, y'all don't have, what did she say?
She said y'all don't have infrastructure.
Y'all don't have infrastructure, which we know was bullshit.
That's right.
That's not true. And so all those stereotypes that they said as black men, now they're gonna start trying to use that against you. But for the real men that are building, you are looked at as an imposter, like you always talk about. So you have to be prepared for all of that thrown at you in this tough time, because nobody wants to support you. So you got to understand, you really alone, and maybe some of your brothers that are in it with you understand, but outside of that, you're not gonna have support, and you don't have nobody understanding. So that's why I want to discuss that today. And
I also want to clarify, when you say imposter, what that means. A close friend of mine in Cleveland, he told me that, because I asked him, I said, why do people, when I'm in the presence of blacks, whites, whatever, I said, why do they stop and they stare? But then with a lot of the sisters, there's this contempt that they have. So like when they see me coming, they look me up and down. They don't see nothing that's flawed. I ain't saying I'm perfect, but I'm saying, you know, and you get this angst, you get this attitude, you know, sort of like the old school rolling of the eyes type of thing. And so I asked him, why do they do that? And he said, because he said, you're an imposter. And I said, well, what does that mean? And he was like, basically, you have, as a founder, like you just said, when a black man embraces his purpose, which is to build and to lead. Our women in particular were cultured and cultivated to only believe that in a white male, to only see that as possible, and accept that as natural. So when a black man postures and asserts himself with a confidence like that, she can't deny the energy.
No, she can't.
But she feels contempt for you because you're an imposter. You're coming in with a Michael Jordan vibration, which nobody can deny. But she's not used to seeing you in a Michael Jordan position, you know, because that usually belongs to a white male. And that's what he meant by imposter.
Wow.
So I think as we move closer into our purpose, we're going to have to embrace that a lot of our people, not just black women, they're not used to seeing you in the position of a founder. And I think it goes to say also a lot of white people are definitely not used to.
And you know, to all my white family out there, you know, I mean, it's just, it is what it is.
Yeah, this is your reality.
This is your reality. You know, and we had to go through it. I'm just saying, yeah.
It is what it is. So we know that white supremacy cannot exist. Let's just keep it real. Without the subjugation of black men. Because even if you look at the word supremacy, it's speaking of the elevation of a certain group over someone else.
Yeah.
There's no, Malcolm X said that's what white means. White means I'm superior to you. I'm above you. Otherwise, we're just human. Why do you have to distinguish, you know? And so white supremacy can't exist without the subjugation of black men. Now, you just told me the other day about a statistic that I didn't know. And you said that there are like 129 suicides a day. And amongst those deaths, 70% of them are white males.
Yeah, 70% of.
And I think you said like a little over 6%
it's like
of black
6.3% of black males. Yeah.
But 70% of those deaths are white males.
Yeah, 70%.
So it's safe to say that White Zaddy is checking out.
Yes, he is.
So what do you think is the cause of all this white male despair?
I mean, I try to put myself, and you know, I try to put myself in this situation that a lot of it, they were living in an illusion. Like they believe that, I want to say they believed it or they don't. I don't know what you think about that, but
I got you.
They're checking out because they haven't, it's unwarranted. All of this stuff that they have their privilege and stuff like that. Now they're coming into a new age of creativity and you know, knowing, love, sharing.
True.
Because that's what knowledge is. You sharing some real knowledge,
That's true.
So that deception piece, which was what they were under,
That's true.
is done. And I think a lot of them can actually feel that.
Good point.
They can actually feel that their time is up.
They're
really deep down. That's why the opioids, you know, we're dealing with people now that's opening up opioid crisis centers because they say it's actually bad. I had people that work in the hospitals to say, some clients that work in the hospitals say that it's really bad. The opioid epidemic in the white society is really worse than they're actually saying.
And I actually came across something that said that because of the temperament of the white male, he is prone to opioid use.
Yeah.
Which, you know, for him, it's always been competition.
Always, yeah.
Whereas for God's children, meaning just humans, it's supposed to be about creativity, production, focus. You know, I'm not a Christian, well, anymore, but I heard T.D. Jakes say something that I kept, and he said, if you are in your purpose, he said, you don't have time to be nosy. And you can add to that, you don't have time to be so competitive.
No.
Because you're busy doing what your calling is, your purpose, your vision, your passion. If you have those things, what time do you have to worry about how successful somebody else is or isn't? You know what I'm saying? So that's interesting. I came across something that said that broken dreams breed a sense of hopelessness. Broken dreams breed a sense of hopelessness. Do you think there is something about the so-called American dream that is simply not panning out for white folks?
Well, that's an interesting question because I think their dream was built in to keep it the same, and that entails subjugating us.
Yes.
They may not tell you that. Each individual probably wouldn't actually say that. But I think that that's part of their American dream. And they will argue and say that's not true. But what else could it actually be?
Exactly.
If you really ask yourself, you have privilege to everything. You know, it's your program, you know. And I was going to share this stat that I was sharing with you that, you know, my colleague was telling me about. My CFO. He was saying how the American dream, they have it in Boston, that it's a stat of the average white household, white family household, is $245,000 of average income.
Okay.
The black family household is -8.
-8.
Martha's Vineyard area in Boston.
I see.
-8.
So that's less than the $5 net worth of the single parent black mother.
Yeah.
The typical single parent black mother.
-8. Compared to $245,000. Now you have all this at your disposal to use, but see the problem is they didn't use it to build and create with, meaning to create and share and empower your society.
That's true.
You use it to subjugate people. You built more prisons instead of more manufacturers.
There you go.
Create. I mean, so that's what you did. You put more money into the defense and stuff like that because you're scared, like you said, of somebody coming in and taking what you done stole.
Yes. Very good.
So the American dream, man, is not it's not panning out, and it's basically they had their chance.
They had their chance.
And like I said, a lot of our sisters is trying to still hold on to a society that's basically done. They're going, and one young lady tried to argue with me today this morning. Her point was, well, see, a lot of sisters they're winning and this and that. I don't know what that means. I don't understand because they don't know what they're looking at.
No.
They really don't, and it's so sad, man, that I can speak freely about it because it's actually happening real time.
Right.
This place is folding.
Yep. That's true.
Your fabric of the society is done. You don't have families. Anytime they're trying to pass a bill, remember this week in New York that checking hymens could be a father's monitoring the hymens can be a federal offense, a felony. That's how bad it's gotten, man. Family is the nucleus, and they know that at the highest level.
That's true.
So you have to keep your family broken up. And I keep telling our sisters, you got to start choosing men. I just keep seeing these posts on Facebook where, you know, these sisters are, you know, we are winning and we doing this. I'm like, winning where? You don't have a man.
No.
You don't have family. Where are you winning at?
Exactly. Exactly.
How does that constitute as winning?
Right.
So I don't know, man.
Okay. Yeah, that's deep.
In other words, the American dream for them is no longer, and that's it.
Exactly.
It's finished.
It's finished.
Yeah.
Huh. I mean, what you're saying too reminds me of Sojourner Truth.
Mm-hmm. Oh man.
When she said, you
Sad
know,
situation.
ain't I a woman? And she was asking the white man to validate her. And so the black woman is sinking with this Titanic as she's waiting for her white zaddy to pat her on the head and tell her.
But they saying we bashing them, dude. That's what we get.
We're bashing
the black woman. Just saying. Like we're trying to tell you, we waving the flag. We actually, this video, which is why we're doing this, we waving the flag.
In other words, it's prophetic.
Yes.
You're warning someone that your dollar is dissipating. $100 bill. Now, if I was white, everybody would, I guess, listen. If you know.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
If we were white guys, it'd be different. But
it would be different. But too bad for them. But In 1913, $100 bill's value was so much greater than a $100 bill today. And the value of a $100 bill today, in terms of the true value of it and buying power of it, is less than $2.
Dang.
Compared to 1913, when the dollar was still backed by the gold standard. I'm almost tempted to tell black women, pretend I'm white and then listen again, and then you'll see the urgency of the situation. You're saving something that's dissipating. You're earning something that's debt. But I know that's a whole nother subject. We'll go into
White
that.
Zaddy he ain't warning her about
He's
that.
not telling his